Okay guys, it's been a very long time since I've done a reaction video, probably about 2 or 3 years, and I came across this amazing clip on my Facebook feed, and I decided to make a reaction video about it because it's very relevant to what's happening today in terms of men's hair loss. So the video is about hair transplants and the perception of men losing their hair. Now this video is from 1966, okay, so it's over 50 years ago. Almost 60 years ago. And I'm going to be doing a reaction, comparing what they say to how it relates to the modern day. So let's go, guys.
Hair's not too important until it's gone. Its absence suggests complexes, aging, impotence, inferiority. Silly, but true. For the past 10 years, this man has learned to live without much hair. But he's never accepted his loss. And today, he's buying somebody else's. He's being measured for a so-called undetectable hairpiece.
We now call them hair systems. These are the early versions of hair systems.
Until a few years ago, businessmen realized there was profit to be made selling men back their masculinity.
Can you see what they say there? They say you losing your hair is you losing your masculinity, and you having hair is giving yourself your masculinity back, when it's simply not true.
From such innocent deception. At bedtime or barbershop, when bathing in a high wind, or when she runs her fingers through your hair. The whole business is somewhat undignified, starting with a plastic.
You see, even there, they're relating it to women and your attraction to women, saying that women can't, if you're balding, run their fingers through your hair, and this will give you the opportunity to have that experience again.
To sell hair pieces at around £120 each, wig manufacturers employ convincing salesmen.
£120, guys, in 1966 was a lot of money.
This deficiency comes into its own when, to clinch a deal, the salesman rips off his own toupee and stands revealed as bald as the customer and twice as confident, with none of the inhibitions of the bald.
Can you see? They said they're giving back your confidence. That's the same strategy that they use today.
If you can show them that it won't, this helps their confidence in it.
I have to prove this time and time again.
And once they've got the confidence in it, they become proud of it.
He's prepared to wear it, but he's not prepared to wear it where his closest people, who are his closest friends and his family, can see him. He would rather go out of the way, put it on somewhere, and go to a dance or go to a pub where he's not known. And I find the difficulty is to convince this man, absolutely convince him, that his children or his wife won't mock him.
I believe that a wife should be brought into the demonstration.
Yes,
and
I find most wives apply for that.
And to show, when you fit your own hairpiece onto the client's head, to comb his little hair into your own, to show the wife the undetectability of the hairpiece.
And once he's got it on his head and he sees that the effect is reasonably good, that it doesn't belong to him.
No, he started gaining confidence.
He's now started gaining confidence. Then you take him to his wife, show his wife, and invariably you'll get the answer. It looks terrific.
A week later,
they're relying on the woman's opinion to sort of give you confidence, and also the fact that their product will give you back your confidence.
On your hair, is it?
I can't lie, guys, for 1966, that's not a bad hair system at all. You can tell it's not as good as today's one. Obviously, it's in black and white, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to see. But not a bad hair system, guys, if that's the route that you want to go down, okay? I don't judge anyone, again, who goes down that route. I'm just saying it's not for me, and you should try and build confidence without that. And then if you want to go down that route further on, then fair play. That's your choice.
Once they've overcome the fact of having it on their head, it is nothing more than delight and happiness, and it shows in their faces the way they react and what they do.
But it alters their life completely.
What they haven't done for years through being bored, and they live a normal life.
Something like what it was years ago when I was young.
See, guys, why can't you live a normal life with no hair? They're saying that you have to rely on hair to have this normal life, which is exactly the same as they say today.
It'll take another bald man to know what he's really thinking at this moment.
Take Sean Connery, James Bond. He admits it openly in his article, a life story of his in a Sunday newspaper, where he says that baldness is hereditary in his family. And, of course, without his hairpiece, he certainly couldn't be James Bond. This shows the virility, the manliness of a man.
Oh, that looks
How's it like it?
marvellous. Yeah, what do you think of Daddy?
The kids' faces there.
Some men cannot accept such instant 007. For them, there is a sort of answer to this headache, and that is to have whatever hair they've got left rearranged.
So this is the
This
early
man
version
was
of a
manager
hair
of
transplant.
women's hairdressing salon, and used to seeing hair everywhere except where he needed.
It's interesting that they don't call it a hair transplant back then.
A plastic
Maybe that
surgeon
term hadn't
taking
really
pieces
come
of
around.
Scalp tissue containing hair follicles out of the back of his neck, ready for replanting on top of his head.
But you can see how long this process has been around for, guys. This has been around since 1966 at least.
Where they'll grow normally and retain their own characteristics. In this way, a man may hope to re-establish a receding hairline.
Don't feel that, do you? You see from the pieces of scalp that have been removed, there isn't a hair follicle inside. There's no hairs in these at all. Whereas in each graft we're going to put in, you see through the full thickness of the scalp, the hair, the shaft, the follicle, the germinal layer from which it's growing. And each graft will contain anything between 8 and 12 hairs. And one's careful to put them in so that the hairs are pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, this is a process that looks very familiar to today, guys.
15 grafts. So the patient's paying about 7 shillings a hair, which shows how much hair's worth when it's going or gone.
I'm not sure how much that is in today's money in pounds or dollars, but that's a lot. That's a lot, guys, especially in 1966. So there we go. That's the video. I just thought I'd upload that for you guys to see. It's very interesting that some of the techniques they were using in 1966 still apply today. So, you know, it's if you want to go down that route, absolutely fine. But again, I just sort of try and preach that message of shave your head, give it a go. Try and have confidence with your balding hair look. And then if you don't like it, then you can always go for the hair afterwards. But try and build that confidence within yourself without the hair. Then you're not relying on the hair to give you confidence, okay? And you can live a very normal life, guys. Don't believe what these guys say, that you need hair to live a normal life, that you need hair to be masculine, that you need hair for girls to like you. It's simply not true. If you build that confidence in yourself and you like your own appearance and you take care of yourself, admittedly, yes, you need to be presentable. You need to go to the gym. You need to try and strive and be ambitious and build all of that side of you. You can have all the elements of what is traditionally classed as a man. It means you still need to work on yourself, but your hair is not, you know, the overall factor of all those things. So I hope that helps, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time.